Shankar,
Yes, sir.
the other student will come, then start. Huh?
Yes, sir. सर लास्ट टाइम स्कैलेबिलिटी तक खत्म किए थे, वो उतना में एंड है क्या?
What happened?
लास्ट टाइम हाउ टू अचीव क्लाउड स्कैलेबिलिटी और उसका स्कैलेबिलिटी के बारे में पढ़ाए थे, वो वहां से एंड हो गया क्या?
Scalability is the last part.
ओके ओके सर.
Then after that, virtualization and this thing will be start.
ओके
Cloud management and virtualization.
ओके सर.
And wait 1-2 minutes will start. There is the other student, only two, three students.
श्योर सर. Sir, I have a personal doubt, sir.
Huh?
I have a personal doubt.
Uh-huh.
एक्चुअली सर मैं अपना रिसर्च पेपर्स के लिए आईओटी का हिस्ट्री भी रखना चाहता हूँ, तो
ठीक है?
कुछ आईओटी का हिस्ट्री मींस
हम्म।
इट्स जनरेशंस कब से आया,
हम्म.
तो उसमें कुछ पीडीएफ्स ऐसे हैं कि आईओटी का पहले जो मशीन टू मशीन लाइक डिवाइसेस लाइक टेलीग्राफ करके जो इलेक्ट्रिक से चलता है विदाउट एनी डाटाबेस,
Then
वो
that is
थोड़ा
the
18.
then first one is the traditional system.
हाँ यस सर, उसको भी कुछ कुछ पीडीएफ में वो आईओटी कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, और वो लेकिन 18th सेंचुरी से है. जो हम लोग का कोको कोला आइडिया है
Then
वो
you can
19th
share. You
सेंचुरी.
can share that paper to my mail ID and I'll check and then.
ओके ओके सर. वही मतलब कहाँ से लिखो, 18th सेंचुरी से ना 19th सेंचुरी से करके.
Then you can
ठीक
share
है
that paper. You can share that paper. Then I will directly thoroughly read that paper. Then I will either the.
ओके सर.
Listen one thing. After completion of your class, then all of you give your attendance through chat box.
हाँ yes, while running the class we are giving, but no one is
Otherwise,
taking.
then once you are not provide your present in the chat box, there is very difficult for me to identify the student who are attending the classes or who are not attending the classes.
Okay sir.
Who is connect iPhone? That's why I'm not adding the iPhone. Who is having iPhone? No name, nothing, no registration number, nothing. Okay, then start, huh?
Yes sir.
Slide is visible to you, Omkar?
Yes it is visible.
Next slide is visible to you?
Next slide sir, no, only first slide I am saying.
Now it is visible to you?
No sir.
This is your first slide, right?
Yes, I am seeing only first slide, cloud management and virtualization
This
technology.
is your second slide. It is visible to you?
No sir.
Yes or no?
No sir. It is not changing.
There is some issue in, I think, the Zoom at the time of change the slide.
Yes, sir.
Arun,
Yes, sir.
slide declare होती ना
Yes, sir.
change.
Again,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Now
Dekho.
That is visible to you.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Today we discuss the cloud management and virtualization technology, right?
Yes, sir.
Then last one is virtualization. What is virtualization? Basically, virtualization is a conceptual model, right? Virtualization is a conceptual model specifying the arrangement of interrelationship of a particular components involved in delivering a virtual. Means rather than physical. Or we can say, we, suppose we can create the different kinds of duplication or replicas into the physical environment. That is your virtualization. See, previous diagram is your traditional diagram. In the traditional diagram, one operating system and application. Two things is there. But suppose you can implement the virtualization techniques. See, virtual architecture is there. In the virtualization layer, we are using the different kind of OS. But in the physical machine, suppose we can think about the physical machine. Suppose only you can install Windows 10 or Linux platform. But here we are using different kinds of application OS or replicas of OS. Means different multi OS will be available into the virtualization platform. We can execute or we can say number of instructions should be executed parallelly into the operating system. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can solve both the diagram. In the previous diagram is the traditional system and second diagram is your virtual architecture. You can compare both. Actually, how the traditional system and how the virtual system. Basically, suppose you can get the differentiate in between your physical or traditional system and the virtual system. The main difference is that everything will be same, but we can create in the time of operating system. We can create a what virtualization layer, and here in the operating system should be virtualized. That is called as operating system virtualization. Rather than physical, the version of something such an operating system, a server, storage device, or network resources. Here we can share the operating system. That's why different kinds of replicas or duplicate operating system or number of multi-operating system will be created into that environment. But in the physical machine, suppose you can think about the physical machine, only you can create a single operating system and you can install the single operating system kernel into that environment. But suppose you can think about the virtual platform, that is create a virtual layer and different kinds of operating system or multi-operating system is involved, or you can operate multi-operating system into the virtualized architecture. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next part. This is the fundamental scenario how we can use the virtualization concept, and different kinds of virtualization techniques is available in the current scenario: data virtualization, network virtualization, hardware virtualization, operating system virtualization. Yes or no?
Yes,
This is
sir.
example of operating system virtualization. Same kind of thing will happen in a hardware virtualization. Suppose the hardware unit will be there, then you can represent into a fragment into different hardware. That is your hardware virtualization. Then network virtualization. You can differentiate or you can directly separate the different kinds of network, and every network will be connecting the different LAN machines. That is your network virtualization. Yes or no? Here is the best example of the operating virtualization. How the different applications are directly involved into the operating system file to execute different kinds of kernel into them. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear. Sir, Tarun is having some issues. He is not able to connect.
What happened?
Tarun is having some issues. He is not unable to connect. He suddenly disconnected. He is telling me to tell
Who
you.
is?
Tarun, sir.
Why some problem?
The network problem from his side, sir.
I think
Yes, sir. He told me to tell you, so I told you.
some network issue in, I think, the top side. That's why he's not.
Yes, it is from his side only.
My side, everything is okay. Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
we can go for the next part. That is the data center. First, to tell me what is data center? Anyone?
Sir, it is like backend storage.
Data center is a centralized location, right? It is a
Yes,
centralized location, or you can say it's central location or houses that computing and network equipment required to collect, store, process, and distribute a large amount of data. Clear?
yes, sir.
It is a one type of house, or you can say it is a centralized location or centralized server. What is the role of server? Suppose you can think about the client and server. Client is requesting for services, and server will provide the different kinds of services to the client, right? Here, suppose you can think about the data center. Data center is not a tiny machine. It is not a small machine. It is a huge machine. Why? Because centralized data should be managed by that server. Clear?
Yes, sir.
The data center is a centralized location, or you can say central. Why centralized location? Because centrally it can controls all the client that is connected into the server, right? And another thing is, suppose you can think about the connectivity and their feature. It can it required to collect or store and process the data from one computer to the another computer and distribute the large amount of data. How? Because there is a server will be there. Suppose 100 number of client machine will be directly connected to a single server. That is called as your data center. Then once client one is requesting for a services, then automatically it can receive the services and give the acknowledgement as per the requirement. Like your suppose you can think about the cloud, then it can provide the three kind of services into the centralized location, like infrastructure services, platform and services, and software. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, authority पूछे what is data center?
What happened?
He's asking about to explain again the data center.
Listen, see, server and client. Basically, in your networking, we can use two terms. Yes or no? And we are very familiar in between two terms. One is client and another is server. Why? Because client is a small machine. Client is requesting for services, and server will provide the different kinds of services to the client. But data center is a one type of server, but the server capacity is huge, large, complex. Why? Because it can handle much more of data. It is a centralized location. Why central location? Suppose in our computer there is a control unit. What is the role of control unit? Control unit can be manage all the data, all the instructions and it can directly transfer all the data and instruction to the ALU to perform different kinds of operation. Then once the data will be flowed to the ALU can be decided either we can directly perform the addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, and multiplication. Data center is same kind of thing. It is a centralized location or centralized house. In this house where equipment are collected, what is the role? Collect the information, store the process, distribute the data, large amount of data. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then next point, data center facilities are also critical in providing the access to the large amount of data stored to the employee running daily operation, application, processing, cloud computing environment. Why? Because suppose huge amount of data is available within a server. That's why the complexity, suppose you can think about the complexity and criticalness, then it is very critical. Why? Because the huge amount of data or large amount of data will be stored within a single database. Then suppose you can collecting the different kinds of, or you can accessing the different kinds of services. There is some problem will occur in few times. Why? Because data is crashed, or you can access the data and not in a, or you cannot avail the data in a particular time interval. There is some issue will be there. And in the modern data center consists a variety of infrastructure components. Why? Because in the previously in the traditional system we are using the database, it is huge, but there is no structure manner. That's why we are developing the DBM technology, database management system. What is the advantages of database management system? The main advantage of database management is every data is written in a structure way. Yes or no?
Sir, your voice is breaking. Please tell again.
Every data, suppose you can use, why you can use the database management system? Means every data will manage in a structure way.
Yes, sir.
In the modern data center, in the same kind of services, means suppose you are accessing the infrastructural services, then within a server, infrastructure is available, platform is available, and software is available. There is hectic for a user to search the data and access the data within the time limit. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then suppose you can separate the different kinds of service provider and the database. Then anyone can access, suppose automatically can access for the infrastructure based services. Then automatically the server receives the request and redirected the data to that own server. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
In modern data center consists of a variety of infrastructure components, including server, network connectivity equipment that permit access to the server storage over the internet. Here, in the modern data center, we are using the different kinds of server, like your Oracle server, server. These are the different kinds of servers available. As per your requirement, individually you can directly go for that data and you can access the data in your requirement. There is no chance of overlap, no obstacle is there, no critical factor is there, no, but problem is there to access the data in a particular time. That is the motto of the data system. Next part. Resilience. Resilience is a word. This is basically used into the server-based system. It is the ability of a server, network, or storage system, and an entire data center to recover quickly and continue operating system if there was an equipment failure. It is the what you can say. It is the one type of jitter. Means once the server or network and the data is failure due to any reason, then automatically it can be the alert. And when the server in the cluster fail, another node takes over, and it is the redundant workflow. Means automatically give the notification. Means then I will give a simple example to you. Suppose in a multiprocessor system there are 100 machines connected within a network boundary, right? If processor 1 is failure due to any reason, then processor 1 is fully loaded. Then how can execute the instruction? How can execute the task? Who can give the output? Automatically, processor 1 is loaded with different kinds of instruction and execution. Then automatically at the time of failure the server, then automatically the task will hand over to the nearest process. Yes or no? If one server in the cluster fails, another node takes over and return different workload. Means that's a different kinds of load balancer is there. The load balancer will be decided, so 100 machine is 100 machine will directly execute in a single format. P1 is now executed, and automatically P1 is lost at due to any reason. Automatically the task will hand over to the P2. Then P2 is lost, then automatically hand over the task to P3. Then P3 is crashed, then automatically the task will transfer to P3. In this manner, automatically the data or the workload will be transmitted to the nearest processor. So main advantage is that your work and your process is at the time of execution is not hampering any kinds of instructions and operations. Once the process is crashed or process is lost or some obstacle will occur at the time. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then agility. In the cloud computing context, these are the one term you can remember it. It is the very essential for the cloud computing execution. In the cloud computing context, agility often refers to the ability to rapidly develop, test, launch the software application, drive business. And cloud agility allows them to focus on their issues such as security, monitoring, analysis, instead of provisioning the maintenance in the resources. Basically, we are using the agility to maintain the authentication, maintain the security to the cloud platform. That's why security, how we can provide the different kinds of security features, including the database services, platform services, and software-based services. Then everything will be connected. Every user will be accessing for the services, but there is some middleman attacker will be there to accessing the different kinds of services, and it can crash your kernel database. That's why suppose you can accessing any kinds of services from the cloud environment, you are directly but involve different kinds of security features or monitoring the different kinds of security mechanism, or you can directly load different kinds of security mechanism in your cloud platform to maintain the resources, maintain the processes, right?
Sir, after complete launching of the software, what are
Seven.
the issues? After completely
Array,
launching,
suppose in the cloud computing, what is the major issues in the time of transmitting the data? Means every time we can access any kinds of services from the cloud, then there is a chance of hack. Why? Because cloud is a third party
wireless communication, yes, sir.
application, right? Then in that time, suppose you are not providing any kinds of security mechanism to the server, then how anyone can access it? Anyone can use it yourself, use the server without any problem. Easily it can use your server. And once you can create the different kinds of obstacle for the hacker, then it can try, but no one can access it. But hacker cannot be accessed. Why? Because there is a different kinds of authentication and authorization layer you are directly integrated or migrated to the accessing the data. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Then cloud storage. Anyone can explain what is cloud storage?
So it is like saving our files and data of a particular. It is a storage location where we store our data or files, huge amount of.
Basically, listen one
Uh,
thing. Basically, it is you working on two things. Suppose you can store the data, directly you can download the data. First, you can store the data into the cloud, virtual cloud, that is no problem. Then suppose your data is high in as per your server provide, as per the server, then you can pay, you can pay for that. You can use the services. But suppose you can download any kinds of data, then the data should be stored into the physical machine also, or you can transfer the data into the physical machine. मीन्स तुम लोग का क्लाउड में जो डाटा तुमको फिजिकल मशीन में भी ट्रांसफर करना होगा, मीन्स यू कैन ट्रांसफर द डाटा इनटू द फिजिकल मशीन विदाउट एनी hurt obstacles. Why? Because cloud storage means it is one type of memory. It is a storage unit. Different kinds of storage features is there, like your Google Drive, then your Sky Drive, OneDrive. These are the different kinds of storage units there to store the data, store the audio file, store the video file, store the image file. Yes or no? Or the best example is your what? The best example is your DigiLocker. Through the DigiLocker, you the virtual drive, you can it is one type of cloud storage. Through the DigiLocker, you can directly upload your file, you upload your certificate, then your Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license, everything will be available. Listen, only you can directly put your credential, user ID, password, and anywhere you can access the services. Then suppose you can download that services into your physical machine. That is also called as it is also possible as the cloud storage platform, right?
Yes.
Hello? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Then next one is the map reduce. This is very, very important. First, all of you read the points, then I will discuss. It's very important and it is a new technology, fully new technology. All of you read the points, then I will explain what is the role of map videos in your cloud storage. See, MapReduce is what MapReduce is a model. Basically, it is a you can say it is basically introduced by Google by processing and generating a large data set, and it is under the cluster computing. Why? Because suppose you use data, we can generate it. Can use data will be generated in a particular time period. Then first make it a cluster or can separate the data. Means this is the necessary data, which is the necessary data, which is the unnecessary data. That's why we are using the data mining and data warehousing concept. And the main MapReduce is that the MapReduce run the large cluster computed machines and highly it is scalable, highly it is user friendly. Means basic aim of this is to you can directly make a cluster, means separate the data. It is not a use database where there you can access the data and you can directly press the data anywhere. Means this is a huge database is there and every data will make a cluster and it is very user friendly. And the main thing is main basic beneficial thing is to what the main beneficial is to it is parallel programming based. Parallel programming means suppose you are creating the 100 clusters. The 100 cluster is not running one by one. It can run in parallelly. That is the major advantage. Suppose you can execute 100 instructions at a time. Then at a time you can execute all the programs. That is the cluster based and also parallel programming will be working on this. Means pipelining types of work will be held in the parallel single instruction, single data, single instruction, multiple data, multiple instruction, multiple data, and multiple single instruction, multiple data, and multiple instruction, multiple data. Things like your multiprocessor system is also involved into the to MapReduce algorithm. Another thing is, and it is also several forms of implementation provided in multiple language, Java, C++, and C. Here we are using this kinds of language also.
So basically, we are
Yes, tell me.
doing segment in our works and
Cluster means what? Why you can make a cluster?
like bunch
Easily
of
accessible, easily user friendly, easily you can share the data, easily you can retrieve the data, and easily you can monitor and manage the data. That's why you can create clusters. Suppose a large database is there, then it is very difficult for the user to access and monitor the data. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's why we are using different kinds of segmentation policies, reassignment policies, cluster policies, separation policies. These are the different policies, virtualization policies. They are the different policies you can integrate it to for the simplify the data for the basis of user can easily access the data and the data should be easily accessible by the user. That is the motto of the app, right?
Yes, I got it.
Then load governance, or you can say it is a load cloud governance. Cloud governance is a set of rules. It applies the specific policy. Governance means it is a one type of policy. Cloud governance is a set of rules. Means same as your protocol. Protocol is a set of rules that governs by cloud data communication, right? Cloud governance is also a set of rules, and it applies specific policy or principle that use of cloud computing services. Means you are directly accessing the services, easily you can access services. For that, there is some rule and regulation there. Suppose a customer can access for infrastructure services, or platform-based services, and software-based services. There is some rule and specific rule and policy will be there to access the services. Means why I am saying these kinds of services means suppose you can access 100 GB of data. That is some policy will be there. You can pay monthly or yearly or quarterly for the basis. Otherwise, there is some policy will be there. This model aims to secure application of data between located instantly. Means instantly you can access the data anywhere within a fraction second. And cloud governance is the best practice help to optimize the organization, like your operations, risk compliances, and financial. You can optimize the risk analysis, you can financially strong and different kinds of process you can optimize within the practice. Why? Because it is basically refers to the different kinds of decision making, like your process, criteria, and policy to involve in planning and architecture, and you can say different kinds of deployment of the operation of the architecture. This is the different policies there. Means it is a one type of communication policy. Cloud governance means it is a one kind of communication policy between the user end and the server. Clear? And the policy should be maintained in a very secure manner. That's why we are using the cloud governance. Means suppose we are using the protocol. This kind of rules, without protocol, you cannot communicate the data. Same. Suppose cloud governance. Cloud governance, there is a sort of rules and regulation here. Is there. Means if you have not created any kinds of rule and regulation, then anyone can access it, anyone can directly misuse the data, or you can misuse the cloud services. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
Load balance. Then question arises, what is load balancer? Load balancer means manage the load. Means load balancer is defined as the method of splitting the workload. Then suppose your workload is 8 to 80 hours. Then you can split your workload into 8 cluster. Means 10 hours each. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Cloud load balancing is defined as the method of splitting the workload and computing properties of cloud computing. Means cloud load balancer is the method to split the workload. Suppose you have a 100 hours, then 100 hours split into 10 each. And it enables the enterprise to manage the workload as per the demand of the different kinds of customers, and like your network-based services and server-based services. And cloud load balancing include holding the different kinds of circulation of workload traffic, and you can say different kinds of workload traffic. Then suppose in same as your CSMSE, then suppose N1, N2, N3, N4 all are connected to the single workstation. N1 is requesting the services, N2 is requesting for services, N3 is requesting for the services, and the same time N4 is requesting for the services, but service is not available. There is a chance of pulling. Why? Because in the same time period, four workstation will accessing the same kind of services, and service is not shareable among the four plant or four node. Clear? That's why
So
some
my
traffic,
method is doing the
in
same
that
thing.
time, suppose traffic and function will occur, means obstacle will occur, right? Because N1 is accessing the services, N2 is also accessing, N3 is accessing, N4 is accessing. But see, I will show you. Suppose this is your collision point, right? N1 is accessing, N2 accessing, N3 accessing, N4 accessing. Suppose this is your N1, N2, N3, and N4. Your collision points. Here, this is your neutral space. Clear? Then N1 is accessing, N2 is accessing, N3 is accessing, N4 is accessing. This is your what? This is your collision point. This is your collision point. Means N1 is requesting for the services. In the same time period, N2 is requesting. In the same time period, N3 is requesting. In the same time period, N4 is requesting. 100% collision will occur. Then once the collision will occur, then it can create a what?
A gateway like
What? It can create
okay,
a load.
yeah, yes,
Load balancer. Clear? It can create a load balancer. The load balancer will be loaded and directly can create and separate in one particular time period T1 and 2 particular time period T2 and 3 particular time period T3. Here everyone can give the particular time period seats. N1 is particular time period, N2 particular time period, N3 particular time period. Here no one can directly but impact to each other or directly means N1 is not interfering or not create the obstacle in between N1 and N2. N2 will not create the obstacle in between N2 and N3. Here,
yes,
this is the major motto of the splitting the workload. That's why the workload will be splitting into different format like your N1, N2, N3,